Yo, what's good, guys? I'm back. It's Miles. I just want to get back on here, talk about some psychology, talk about my mindset, stuff like that. I don't really feel like wasting too much time today, so let's just get straight to it. All right, first, the overarching thing of this video is that you deserve everything you have. Everything you have. So first, literally, stop fucking crying. You keep you're not a victim in this situation. Everything that you have right now is because of the person that you were yesterday, and everything you want to be tomorrow and all your goals have to come from the person you are right now. So you have to get out of this victim mentality. Look at yourself in the mirror for once. Like, just realize the things that you actually do every day, who you actually are. A lot of people like to just kind of do something and forget about it. Do something and forget about it. Fall into this old habit, fall into that old habit. How about you document yourself for once and move on and progress? You're an adult. Because what does it really mean to deserve something? If you deserve it, that means that it's not about how much you want, but how low you actually fall. What systems prevent you from going lower? How do you stop yourself from falling? I talked about this example in my last video. If you're an unprofitable trader and you're this person right here, I'll draw a stick figure guy. You make $0 a month. You have no income when it comes to trading. And you make 100, you place a trade and it hits your fucking TP right here, a random trade, and you are plus up 100K and you make $100,000. If you don't have the proper rules in place, you won't be able to stop yourself from losing this 100K profit no matter how much you make in a single trade. You're just going to keep giving it back because once you win this 100K in one trade, you're going to think that shit's easy. You're going to think shit's sweet. You're going to think you can do it over and over again. And then you're going to fucking up your size and you're going to fucking, your shit's going to go all the way down. You're going to have $0 again. You have to realize, fuck, that's mad far apart, but you have to realize that these rules aren't something, they're not your goal. Following your rules isn't your goal. Following your rules is something that you do every day regardless. If this leads me into my next point, hold on. That anything you do. Just like this. Anything that you put on a pedestal, it has no choice but to look down on you. This is you. What does this mean? This means you can't look at your goals as apart from you. If your goals are so far away and if your goals are so unattainable that you're not the person, like you have to see yourself as the person that's already achieved these goals. Because to achieve the goal, you have to have the standards in place. You have to have the standards in place to be able to achieve these goals. If you make 100K in a trade, if you don't have these standards, if you don't see yourself as this 100K a month trader, you're never going to make it. Because if you see yourself as somebody that doesn't make it, even subconsciously, if you think, if you know, as somebody that makes no money, you don't deserve to make that 100K, but you still want it. Because for you who make $0 a month, if you make 10K, then you're elated. You're over the moon. This is the most money I've ever made. What just happened? This is crazy. This is apart from me. This is not like me. But if you're thinking and you already make 100K a month, when you make 10K, you say, oh, this is nothing. I need another one. They just will keep coming in. Because when you sit back and watch the charts, you realize that trading is really 20-30% strategy. Everything else is up here. Just like when you're in sales, if you do a job that has any sort of sales involved, it's the same kind of psychology. You can't be afraid to lose. You can't be afraid to take a no. You have to bet on yourself. You have to make sure you have an edge. If you don't have an edge, you shouldn't be trading. But back to the pedestal, you have to put yourself on it. Simply having the belief that you can achieve anything in this world will change your life. If you're going through a lot of shit one day, you're coming home from work, you're pissed off, you don't know what's going on, everything's going bad. But if you just simply take a second and just consciously think that the future self, the person that's already achieved your goals, they're looking back on this like this was the easy part. You have to just think, that will even lift your spirits. Simply thinking this is the easy part. This I'm going to be so great later on that this is going to be easy right now. Next. Next, I really just want to talk about, shit, I need to look up how to look. I need to look up how to spell this. Yo, I'm fucking crying. I don't want to embarrass myself, bro. Next, I just want to talk about patience and discipline. First, I want to talk about discipline, because first comes discipline, then comes patience. First, if you want to be disciplined in anything, not only is it going to work way better this way, but it'll be easier this way, is to be disciplined in everything. What do I mean? When I say it's easier to be disciplined in everything, what I mean is, for example, if I want to be disciplined on the charts when I'm trading, if I'm cheating on my diet, if I'm not going to the gym, if I'm sleeping in, not making my bed, not getting shit done, barely showing up to work, not trying at work, and then I wake up barely getting out of bed and I get on the charts, how can I expect myself to be disciplined one time when I'm never disciplined in the rest of my life? The answer is it's very hard, and you know that. Being disciplined is obviously easier said than done. But when you realize that movement doesn't come from motivation and that motivation comes from movement, once you start working out in the gym, that's when you start to feel good. You don't feel good before you get in that bitch. People wait too long for motivation. If you have a goal, why don't you just do what it takes to achieve this goal? Write it down and just do it, bro. You're being a pussy, keep saying I can't do it, just do it. Once you realize that your life is dictated by every day and your everyday decisions, the sky is literally the limit. You have to realize you're not trapped in any box. You're not a victim of anything. Like, you gotta fuck the world or the world is gonna fuck you. And I'm not getting fucked. Hey, yo. But look, what I'm saying is that if you're disciplined in your life, you're eating good, you're sticking to your diet, you're doing the things you want to do. Simply being disciplined is doing the things you said you're going to do. You have to respect yourself. That's another one. Respect yourself first. You listen so much to what everybody says. As soon as your job calls you, if they say you're late, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You didn't know you were supposed to be at work, but you gonna get your ass up and you gonna go there as soon as possible. As soon as your parents, anybody telling you anything to do, your friends, people in social situations, you're gonna do exactly what they say and you're gonna whip to every word. But when it comes to the things you tell yourself to do, you don't do them. You tell yourself you're gonna do this tomorrow. I'm gonna go to the gym tomorrow. Oh, make an excuse. I'm gonna start this tomorrow. Never start it. Once you start to respect yourself and respect your own word, that's when you realize that you can do anything that you want. That you realize that your actions naturally shift you towards your goals. You don't have to try too hard. Things come to you. All the opportunities you wish for and all the opportunities that you're looking for and trying to become, they're all coming to you. You don't have to run at anything, because a lot of people struggle with their diet when they go to the gym. But if you see yourself as somebody that is buff, that has this physique, you figure out what it takes to have this physique that everybody's taking pictures of. Look at this flash, right? You figure out, what does it take to have this? All right, I'm going to eat these certain calories. I got to eat this. Okay, cool. But I also want to be the person that eats what they want to eat. So I'm going to craft the macros in my own food to make it exactly what I want to do, exactly what I want to eat, and then I'm going to become that person. That's it. You're overcomplicating it too much. Simplify the shit in your brain and just realize that there's a cause and an effect. If you want this, you need to be this. And the reason why you're this is because of that person. And that's okay. Ain't nobody blaming you but you. So you got to realize, chill out. Not everything is so serious. All right, cool. I'm disciplined. I'm doing the things I want to do. Now what? Patience. And first, what's the opposite of patience? Greed. Why do we greed? Having greed over something means you have what's called a fear of losing. If you have greed over something, you fear losing it, which is natural. But why is this fear of losing bad? The fear of losing is bad because it leads you to all of these emotional decisions. Over trading, over leveraging, trading when you shouldn't be. If you've day traded at all, you have a clear picture in your mind and a clear memory you always circulate back to when you don't even know what's going on anymore. Your mind's going wild. You start looking only at the P&L and it's like a glaze goes over your eyes. You're completely wrapped up. You're not even looking at the chart anymore. You're not looking at any confluences. You're not looking at any candlesticks. You're just looking at the green and red number on your P&L. You're just hitting buy and sell and hoping it goes in your directions with max contracts allotted. Now, how do I avoid this? Zoom out. Like, all the way out. Like, take one step back, 2 steps back, 3 steps back. All right, maybe this is far enough. Realize I'm afraid of losing this money. Why? Why am I taking this setup when I shouldn't be? Why? The market's always going to be here. It'll be here tomorrow, the day after, when my grandchildren are born. It'll never go away for your entire life. So why are you in a rush? People that make the most money when they day trade take the most days off. Wake up a random day and say, you know what? I don't feel good today. I'm just not even going to look at the charts. Because if you have discipline, if you follow your rules on the charts, you have an edge. And all you need to make money with an edge, even if it's the smallest little tiny bit of an edge. And I know you have more than that if you've been trading over a year. But if you have any kind of an edge, all you need is patience. Because if you simply come to the charts every day, I'm not going to take a trade that I don't want to. I'm going to wait. If I'm unstable, I'm not going to take a trade. And if I'm calm, if I'm collected, if everything lines up perfectly, that's the only time I'm willing to take a trade. Then your win rate will be high. And then all you need to do is wait. Let your edge play out. Stop getting swooped up in this tornado of emotions and simply trust yourself. All right. And the last thing I want to touch on right before I go, I just wanted to make this quick one. Focus on other shit. You too worried about your main goal, you make everything in your life about this one thing. And your whole mood, your whole day, everything about you revolves around this one thing. And when it doesn't go good, your life feels like shit. You need to stop. You will start making profits and you will start trading well when you stop waking up to trade. Trading just needs to be a part of your day. It's something that you do every day, just like you brush your teeth every day, just like you hit the gym every day, just like you're disciplined every day in the things you do. Because if your whole life is about trading, when you make a bad trade, everything else is going to go bad. You're not going to be able to it's going to be harder. Hey, I wake up just to trade. I lose that trading day and I feel like shit the entire day. I go hit my workout's not the same. Why don't you just focus on the ideal you? Focus on this person, the ideal you. What do they do every day? Because when they lose a trade, they don't give a fuck. They're like, fuck, I'm up 100 bands on the month. I don't need to fucking win one trade. Fuck that. Be who you want to become today. What can you do right now to act like this person? What can push you there? Do that right now. Shift in your mind. You have to realize, I'm this person right now, and my reality just has to change around me. And once you realize that you can do that, you trust in this person over everything, that's when the things that you want to happen slowly happen. Everything comes to you, and you love doing it. You have a great time doing whatever you're doing because you realize that it's something that's going to propel you into this person. Even if you hate your job, you're going to go there And you're gonna realize that me being here is gonna propel me here because of all of these other things I'm compounding. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta stay down till you up. Nah, but I had a lot of fun this time. Let's go. I might make more videos like this. I need to upgrade this whiteboard setup. Just messing around on here. I wanted to talk about some of my thoughts for the week. I appreciate you guys. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you disliked it, leave a dislike. Leave a comment with whatever you thinking while you watching this video. Like and subscribe. Watch another video if you want. Peace.